Hey fam, it's Ruth, welcome back. So today we're gonna be doing a read and write with me, mostly write with me vlog. I'm trying to just take you guys through my process, what I do as I'm writing chapters. Usually I'll write a chapter in a few days or in a day and then post it, read over it once or twice. I'll explain all that stuff while I'm doing it. And I also have several books I have to read. Like I'm trying to do more book talk, book content, and it's difficult because I'm working full-time, but I'm gonna try to just like go through that today, update you as I'm reading this one book. The book I'm focusing on right now is called On the Plus Side. I'm really excited about it because, you know, it's plus size women, it's a book on plus size women, it's a romance, so just like I'm very much ready for it. And I started reading it a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, and it was already really good. I liked the beginning, so I was like, okay, this has a lot of potential, so I'm ready for this one. So yeah, so taking you through my process. It's a nice beautiful Saturday today. The sun is out, the sky is literally completely clear, and there's a beautiful breeze as well, so they're not like boiling outside here, you know, like Georgia be doing. I got this little cute fit on, I'll show you. But I have these jeans I got from the thrift store, this top I got from H&M, oil stain, featuring oil stain. I just wanted to get a little cute today for, you know, the vibes. We're gonna go to the library. A better place to go for a book slash writing ting than the library or a bookstore. So I'm gonna go to my local library and I will see you guys there. Yeah, I'm just ready to spend the day with you guys. Like it's been so long, and let's go, let's do it. So I got my filming stuff here, laptop, everything is just like so packed tightly in here, but this is what I bought this bag for, so I can keep my laptop in here. So that's what it's for, period. I'm first electric. We're on our way to the library now. I'm with my sister. You can see her. Honestly, like I always want to start these things earlier in the day, like morning time, but then I always end up leaving later. But it's 12, so not bad. I don't know how much writing and reading I can get done in 3 hours, but I guess we'll see because I have no choice. Before I get into talking about the writing again, let me show you this book. This is a book I just took out from the library. Look, I don't know if you can see. First of all, the cover, the shirtless man. Don't judge me, I didn't know this cover, but this is a really good book. But look, do you see the stains? There's food, there are little food stains on this itch. I have to go home and clean this book. So whoever borrowed this before me, and if you borrow library books and just books in general, please respect your books. Like, they must have been eating wings or something. Just touch of all up on that itch. I'm about to put hand sanitizer on my hands. Yuck. Alright. So I moved to a different area of the library so I could talk more freely and not worry about disrupting anybody. I don't wanna, you know, be that person filming and making noise in a public space. That's supposed to be quiet. There's someone talking behind me, so I'm glad I have my microphone. But we're gonna get back into my process and everything. Right now, my character is going through a bit of a change. I mean, this whole book is her going through a huge change, but she's trying to figure out who she is outside of her relationships, outside of her kids, outside of her family, outside of her friends, outside of her ex. Like, just trying to figure out who she is as an adult. And I'm trying to decide like where the conflict is at and how to show her inner turmoil in her relationships. I think it's like a lot of times it's so easy to just have everything be smooth sailing, but then the book is really boring, and then where's the growth of the character? So I'm trying to balance that out by not making anything like too overblown or whatever, but also letting the readers get the sense that, okay, something's going on here. She's pushing against something, and in pushing against something, she'll push against some people. And how is she going to do that? Like, what does that look like? And how does she respond when people question her about it, so on and so forth? How will they question her about it? Just balancing all that stuff, and also just accepting the fact that it's not going to be my greatest work because it is a first draft, so there's a lot that goes into it. I'm going to try to get another 500 words done, probably taking no more than like 20 minutes, and then I'll check back in. Okay, so I have written, I think, like 300 or 400 words, but I was able to add more setting in, so I'm feeling a lot more confident about it. Now we're into an interaction. It's gonna be interesting. There's so much more I want to say about this. I don't want to like spoil it or anything. It's really my own story, but I'm writing chapter 13 of To Mend a Broken Heart right now. I think one of the biggest things I struggle with is synonyms. Like, it's funny because my vocabulary is, I think I have a pretty vast vocabulary, but like you can always build on it and like add more stuff. So I'm really trying to make sure I'm not using the same words like for said, told, whatever. And also, if you use too many variations, it looks like you're trying too hard. So then it has the opposite effect of what you wanted. It'll feel kind of clunky. So it's tough. Honestly, most of things, it's just not like a vibe. But once I get home, I'm gonna keep writing. I'm trying to get to 2,500 at least, but I really think I can bring this, like I said, to 3,000 words. Yeah, anyway, just go read the story after this vlog because that way I can start doing videos about spoilers. So bright today. So we got back like 20 minutes ago, and I'm gonna take a break from writing to do some reading. So this is a book I'm gonna be reading for the next probably a few days to a week, depending on how much time I have to read during the day. If I had like a few days or like a day, I could finish this in a day probably, but I would only be reading. So reading and probably just like eating. So let's not do that. But it's basically about this woman. She's a receptionist. She ends up falling in love with this guy that's working on this fashion like makeover show. So yeah, I'll let you know how it is. So far so good. I don't remember what was going on. I think she just like was having an interaction with her crush at work. I have my little snack. I have Ritz crackers and squares of cheese. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for the next like probably hour or so until I gotta go. So I will say though, I know it's hard to like find ways to describe the sounds people make, but one thing that they said in here was just really weird. In her head, I really could hear Becca clucking her tongue. Clucking? I feel like clucking is a better like, or tisking, or I don't know. Because we associate clucking with like, you know, chickens. I'm like, I don't know if it's like the best way to describe it. But that's all I have to say so far. Like, there are things that women that are bigger, sometimes I feel weird, like even calling myself plus size because I'm more in like the mid-size category. There are things that we do to kind of hide little things about our bodies, like how big our stomachs are or whatever it is, or how big we think they are, because of, you know, subtle sensations, insecurities, whatever. And you know, I'm not saying people that are smaller don't do this, but like there are things that we do that people that are smaller either don't do because they don't have to or don't even think about. And one thing it just said was Everly tugged on the middle of her buttoned black cardigan to add a tad more room to the waist. It's so relatable. Like I'll tug at like parts of my shirt, like here especially because I have like my rolls on my back and everything, to like get that out of there sometimes. A good detail. Definitely like the author's thinking about how to make her feel like a real person. Reading some of this actually just gave me an idea for some sensory elements to add to my story. I'll do that after. It's too soon to tell, and this is very much like, this would be staying so true to the trope, but I really feel like this guy that she has a crush on is saying like, oh, you should like, you know, become a designer or join our side of things. But then he comes to her for advice and she basically does half his work for him, like the important parts of it. But then he's encouraging her, knowing she doesn't have the confidence to actually do something. Instead of like, you know, going to, I guess like their bosses, whatever, and getting her an in, he's just using her to do the work while encouraging her to make it seem like he cares about her. Really, he just cares about what she can do for him, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting from this. I could be wrong. I'm ready to eat my words. I hope I do. The way this man just showed her his work, knowing she would fix for him, like something's wrong. Okay, so go back to your desk and fix it. Why am I doing this for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Interesting. Okay, so I finished the first chapter. I don't know how to feel about how they did that part. Like, it felt like he was gonna confess his feelings and then 2 pages of just like exposition and like her inner thoughts, and then something else happened. So I don't know how to feel about that because just the way it happened, it may not take too much. What, you gonna come in or what's going on? What line? Good. Where have you been? Nobody knows who you are. You know what okay, I've changed for hopefully the last time today. I just like I don't want to have to worry about everything, you know, my outfit. So I just found this basic t-shirt and the jeans, giving very much 90s. So we'll see. I might change again. I can't promise that I won't. Into the second chapter, another thing I noticed I was not a fan of. Well, something I noticed I wasn't a fan of. She doesn't like guacamole. She hates it apparently. I don't like how it was described. Green abomination. I'm like, Trust me, I understand disliking some foods. There are foods that you would never catch in my mouth if I had anything to say about it. But I feel like when it's cultural foods, especially when it's a white person talking about a cultural food, we need to be careful with how we say those things. I feel like you could have easily like been describing the avocados as opposed to the guacamole, like, oh, the avocado, like just mixing that with all this stuff didn't sit well with her. For example, I feel like that would have been better, but I don't like that. They raided her workplace where she was talking to the guy that she has a crush on, and then he just kind of disappeared. What does he have to say about it? What's he thinking? Where's he at? Like, we didn't get any of that. Okay, they mentioned him again. As soon as I said it, they brought him back. Still though, I feel like he could have been mentioned earlier, but let me stop being so critical. Let me stop. Also, sometimes I wonder if people actually read my stories. Someone just commented on my message board on Wattpad and asked if I was gonna update the story I was literally working on today, and I'm just like, dog. That kind of makes my day. I was like, yes, I'm sorry for the wait. And people ask about my stories and like comment on my stories, whatever. Just that makes my day. Oh my gosh, because I work so hard on that. Just how you do it. I watch that. Okay, so I'm about to go finish updating, finish writing, so I can update, because I promised I would update by tonight. But literally, bro, oh my god, this ish. So like, as I'm getting into this drama is actually getting juicy, and I'm only not even halfway through yet. Only on page 104, which is pretty good for the fact that I started yesterday, technically. Even though people made promises to her about, oh, we're gonna keep your story authentic and, you know, really show you in a good light, like they're already doing her dirty. And I'm like, who? First of all, can we trust the showrunner? I'm getting bad vibes from her. It's all smiley spice up and then do you dirty behind your back. Logan's a vibe. James, question mark. I feel like there's something off about James too. who nominated her? Like, they have nominations for the show. I kind of think it's James, just like the way things are going and the way that they like, just, I feel like it's kind of like it's James. But it's like, I literally don't even want to put it down, but I have to go finish writing. Oh my god. It's so far, like, you know when you get to the point in a book where it's gonna start to keep you up late and you're gonna start to get like lose sleep because you're staying up until 2 a.m. reading. That's where I'm right now. Bro, I don't know. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see from me. I'm sorry, I can't pick this ish up. Pick it up. I'm enjoying it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's so well written. I love it. I love it. So lots of love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and click that post notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Send you lots of love, fam. All right.